we need to tune it up, amen. We not to say that isn't love. That is not what love would do. Love causes us to stretch to sometimes the terrible places of hate and be that bit of light. Wow. I've risked to do that with some of you all over through the years. Mostly because we've been traveling to conference. You know, you really get used to people when you're traveling to conference. Especially when the pastor only gets one bed in the room, huh, Dan? I used to say to everybody I have about a congregation of 25 and I've slept with most of them, and they go, well, I did. You're a poor church, you fire into one car, you all split the black gas, and you all get in one room. Great Falls is built that way. We had 9 come up, and then there was 5 in one room and 4 in the other. There's so many rollaways you can't even find. The bath, Jerry's been there. Went down to a conference, and every time we went to the bathroom, he was right in front of the door because we didn't want to be with all the women. Of course, he wore black silk, and I wore purple. But we you know, the one time we had to stay in a bed, we both just about fell off trying to not touch on that line. That's the truth. That is the absolute truth. We have had funny stories. Let's see. Let me think of one. The first year after I came a pastor here, my brother Rick loved me so much that, and Irene so much, that he had talked to a friend who had a cabin up on the Dearborn. And it sounded like a wonderful retreat. For some reason, Irene and I always think we're more likely than we are when we're sitting around. So I'm not kidding you. This wasn't just at the Dearborn. It was on top of Old Smoky at the Dearborn. All these twists and get up there. And you know me, I was still the queen. I had about 15 bags, and Rick's looking at me, and we had to walk up. And he's like, what do you need all these bags for? I said, I don't know what I want to wear the next day. I might have to have, I want a choice. God love him, he hauled more than enough bags to get me up to this. And he loved us through it, you know. And then we came up, they got us set in the cabin, and down they went. And oh, wasn't it so nice to look at the meadow with all the flowers? Then it got dark. You know, things bump in the dark. Especially when you're on top of a hill in a cabin that if you throw the door shut won't open again. With no running water, no electricity, and an outhouse way up the hill. And it gets really quiet till you hear something rustle in the bush. And then Ring goes, what was that? So, no. Peppy starts barking. Whenever she started barking, she did this behavior that I so loved. I love that dog for that behavior. So all of a sudden, we were playing a little cribbage, and we hear a big something outside, and I get off the bench, which dumps all over the things. I go outside to shut the door, and then I'm locked out. And all this time I was thinking, ain't you the bear chaser? I thought you was. I thought you was that. You changed the tires. Silly girl. Not this way. We made it about 3 days before the recruits came in to check on us, and we were awfully glad to see them on Wednesday. It's like, oh, I'm so glad you're here. So we're all on the floor. You understood where I said the outhouse was, right? Means you have to get in a car and drive up to it. So it wasn't a very good thing for the whole night. So there's 5 of us. Charmy, Jomi, you, me. 5 of us in the room on the floor, and we had a potty. Even in the dark, it's hard to pee with people you don't know. If you pass a little gas, they know. Where usually you can be in some other place and do that and come back and look just like sweet as you were before you went in. I never have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. Guess who had to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night? So I'm going over to the place near where Rick was sleeping to the potty bag. And I sat down and I tried so quiet. I was trying to be very, very quiet. But it was plastic and it kind of rattled. So I was trying to aim so it didn't rattle very much more plastic. I finally got done and I missed everybody till I got back and laid down in bed. And all of a sudden I hear the plastic bag starting to slip. And I thought, my pee's going to run all over it. So I said, Rain. She said, what? I go, the body bag. And in unison they all went, the body bag? God, I could have just died. I could have just died. Oh my. That's family. You know, that's how it works. It works through the times when we're at the most embarrassed place. It works for the times when we're on the mountaintop. It works for us when times of faith are high and when times are being challenged. That's what family is about. It's about creating a history that we can have the oral tradition of telling them, remember when this happened, and laughing about it. You know, and then I started to think about that whole part about being left alone. And I took that intimacy and I worked it in, and I thought, y'all know that some people get called the black sheep of the family. Yep. My brother carried that most of my life, although I did give him a reprieve every now and then. When I came out of the closet, he was out a black sheep and I was in. You know, he did carry that, and I thought, you know, how many in here have felt like an outcast sometime in their life? Outcast, away from community. And I could only leave this sweetness with another clip, which I'm sure you'll love, but it really touched my soul because it touched the outcast in me, and see what a God would do for the outcast.
I don't know if you can hear me, or if you're